Yes, welcome everyone to a brand new trade breakdown today here on gold. It's today Thursday, 23 of July, and we've placed one position today on gold shorts. And I want to take you guys inside of this analysis and the thought process behind this trade. So we're going to dive straight into it. As you guys know, we've been moving sideways for a while now, approximately a week, 1.5 weeks, as you guys can see here. But we still have some very bearish momentum going on the overall outlook of the markets. But in recent price action, we're just consolidating a little bit, which makes it harder for us as trend traders to find clarity and a specific direction in the markets. That's why it's important to be careful, of course, and also to fish around the edges of the lake. And I'll show you guys in a bit what that means. But for this trade, we're going to look at the direction we have in the market. So we've been bullish for a while now on this end, and we've got some area of supply and a lot of liquidity resting on these areas, on these highs. And these highs need to be taken out, of course, by price to retrace, but also in order to find new highs. And for the analysis of today, we've been looking mainly at this old level of supply, which price has respected previously and then broken out of, and then we got retested, and then price continued to the upside. And then we have this level of liquidity resting here, which price, of course, tapped into, and then from here continue to the downside. And if we scale down in price, we can see that this is actually an indecision candle. We can either draw our supply and demand areas on levels of indecision or on wicks. And I'm going to show you guys in a bit when we scale down in time frame that it could actually also be an area of indecision. Right here we have another area of indecision, or an indecision candle, which forms a level of demand. And if we go lower, we have this level of demand. So these are the levels we look at on the 4-hour time frame. We've identified that we're moving sideways, obviously. As you guys can see here, we have the range here, and we have this range going here, and we're pretty much consolidating between those two ranges. But these are the areas of supply and demand what we're looking at right now. And I'm going to show you guys what we've done here in order to close around 400 pips inside of the community, 450. So now we go lower to the 1-hour time frame, and we can immediately see that we can make our demand area here a bit smaller, like so. And this demand area pretty much functioned as our final target area of this position. And if we look here, we see the same thing going on. We have our area of supply here, which we obviously can make smaller, like so, because we have this area right here of demand broke down below. We don't see any retest as of yet. So we scale down to the final time frame in which we look for areas of supply and demand. And then we come to see something very interesting. We have this hidden level of demand right here on a 30-minute time frame. And what we can see is that price came to this level here. Let me first show you guys what I've been talking about on the wick end. So we had this wick right here on the 4 hour. Let me go to the 4 hour so you guys can see it quickly. Yeah, we have this wick here on the 4 hour. If we scale down to the 1 hour, this wick turns into 2 candles. And if we scale further down, we can see this indecision forming here. It's not very clear on the 1 hour and the 30 minutes, but that's why it also functions as an area where you can say that it's either a supply area if it's above, or a demand area if it's down below. But here we had our hidden 30-minute of demand resting, and we had price breaking down below the level of demand, retesting this level again, and that gave us the confirmation to go short. And we've targeted all the way at the bottom of this demand area right here, and we had our stops around 200 pips above this area. So let me make this cleaner for you guys. This is where we had our final target. And this, on the 30 minutes, has been the trade of today. You guys pretty much see the simple and same setup over and over and over again, because it's simply a strategy that does work for me. Whenever I see this area of supply forming, we tap in. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to catch this move. We tried to go long here, got stopped out, unfortunately, by this candle right here. But then price continued to the upside. And if you guys want to see a breakdown of that trade, I'm happy to share that with you guys. Of course, as you guys know, we share the wins and the losses as well. If you want me to record a loss and our learnings of that trade, make sure to drop it down below in the comments. And for this trade, textbook setup once again, we had our level of demand being disrespected, broke down below this level, retested this area, and price pretty much tanked to the downside. I'm gonna replay what happened with price today. Our execution was on a 15-minute time frame, so I'm gonna play price for you guys to see, and then I'm gonna show you guys some member results. So here we see those rejection, we got our entry, and price pretty much dipped all the way to the take profit, just like that. 1.2 risk to reward ratio, pocketing about 500 pips, and I'm gonna show you guys, of course, the trade that I have shared. As you guys can see here, this was the trade. I need to clean my screen, obviously. And then we have some member results. We have Kate making 4,000 euros, as you guys can see here. Kate making 4K. And then we have Daryl making 200. And then we have Stefan making 3.4 thousand. And then we have Skyder making around 5K on this position right here. And I can scroll down a lot for you guys to see the member results, you know. And you guys can see it for yourself by simply clicking the link below this video, joining the community, just have a look, see what's up there, see what's good. I share one trade every single day, and this one has also been shared in the free group just for you to copy. So whether you're trading a funded account, trading your own live account, looking for some setups or some news or some more guidance, some more support, links down below in the description. If you have any questions in regard to this trade, if you have any feedback, findings, make sure to also drop it down below in the comments. I'm happy to answer all questions. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next breakdown. Ciao.